It's a difficult time to be an investor right now. Everything is hitting all-time highs in August 2025. The S&P 500, gold, Bitcoin, even my own ISA portfolio just broke all-time high record. But here is what's weird. The real story isn't my 95% tech gains. It's how I'm preparing my investment portfolio for the future. Also, this boring asset class that delivered 32% returns while everyone was distracted. In the next 10 minutes, I am pulling back the curtain on my entire £63,000 stocks and shares ISA on Invest Engine. Every position, every win, every loss, and I will show you the one strategy that's actually working while everyone else is getting distracted. I am Dr. Suman, and if you are new on my channel, I document my real investment journey in the UK with brutal honesty. No fake guru nonsense, no get rich quick schemes. I started this portfolio in late 2022 with just £98. Today, it's worth over £63,000. These are my actual numbers, my real mistakes, and the strategy that's actually working right now. Quick disclaimer, this video is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I am not telling you what to buy and what to invest in. Investing carries risk. You can lose your money. This is just my transparent journey so you can learn from what I am doing right as well as the wrong. But here is why this update is different from every other portfolio update video that you will watch today. Most investors right now are making the same critical mistake. They are putting all their attention on the obvious winners while completely ignoring the assets that are quietly outperforming. I am going to show you exactly how to spot these hidden opportunities. We will break down why my boring 4% position outperformed most people's entire portfolio, and I will reveal the rebalancing strategy I am using right now that could save you from the market crash when it comes, and it will definitely come. But first, you need to understand what's really happening in the markets that most people are completely missing. So what's really happening right now, and why does this matter for your money? Picture this. Imagine you are at a party where everyone is crowded around one famous person. That person is telling amazing stories. Everyone is laughing and having a great time. That person right now is big tech. The AI revolution has created this massive concentration where just 7 tech companies, the Magnificent Seven, Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Google, Meta, Tesla, they are driving almost all the market gains. My Nasdaq position up 95% because I caught this wave early. But here is what happens at every party. While everyone is watching the main show, they miss what's happening everywhere else. Right now, these 7 tech giants make up over 30% of the entire S&P 500. That's the highest concentration we have seen since the dot-com bubble. As long as it keeps growing, we are all happy, but at some point, it will start to fall. Something that we have to prepare for as an investor. And when everyone is betting on the same thing, that's when smart money starts looking elsewhere. Because underneath all this AI excitement, we have got some serious economic tensions. Inflation is still sticky, tariff uncertainty is still there, and interest rates are still very high. And there is this constant tug of war between optimism and reality. And that's exactly where the opportunity was hiding that most people completely missed. See, while everyone was glued to their screens watching Nvidia earnings and ChatGPT updates, something fascinating was happening in the background. The asset classes that move opposite to tech were quietly having their moment. And if you knew where to look, you could have captured gains that most people will never see. This is exactly what happened in my portfolio. Yes, tech delivered massive returns. But the real story, the one that could change how you think about investing, was happening in a completely different corner of the market. Let me show you the actual numbers, because when you see this, it's going to blow your mind. Alright, let's get into the numbers. This is my Invest Engine dashboard as of today. August 16, 2025. The total portfolio balance is now £63,410, which is a brand new all-time high for me. But a portfolio's total value is only half the story. To see the real performance, we need to look at the contributions. As you can see here, my total net contributions, the actual money I have invested since I started this in late 2022, stands at £55,267. That means my portfolio has generated a total profit £8,142. Seeing this result after watching the portfolio go through all the dips and the volatility on this chart is a powerful reminder of why having a long-term strategy is so important. It wasn't a straight line up, but sticking to the plan is what gets you here. So how did we get to this number? My portfolio is designed like a team where each investment has a specific job to do. It's a strategy called core and satellite, and it's how you can balance stability with explosive growth. Let me show you how. First up, the core portfolio has two ETF within it. The first one, which makes up 37% of the total portfolio, is VanEck Morning Developed Market ETF with a ticker TDGB. This is the stable sun at the center of my investment solar system. Its job is to give me broad exposure to the thousands of dividend-paying stable companies across the developed market, capturing the steady long-term growth of the global economy. It has defensive, less exciting companies, avoiding the tech giants, but more of the stable financial, pharma, consumer sectors. I get regular dividend from this ETF, which adds to my regular cash flow, and I can invest that money in whatever I feel is right. It's the steady base of my portfolio, and this is up 4.5% since April this year. Next comes my growth ETF to supercharge my growth. Making up 34% of the entire portfolio is this iShares Nasdaq 100 ETF with a ticker symbol of CNX1. This is my growth ETF whose mission is to capture the explosive growth of the tech sector. Fueled by the AI boom, it's up staggering 95.57% for me. And it's what massively boosts the entire portfolio's returns. Now, orbiting around that stable core are the satellite ETFs. These are smaller, more targeted bets on specific areas where I believe there is potential for much higher growth. This is where the real power of strategy comes in. This structure gives you a balance of offense and defense. For example, when one of your satellites has a tough time, like my healthcare fund, which is currently down almost 10%, the large, stable core helps to cushion the overall portfolio. But when a satellite takes off like a rocket, you get the rocket ship. Supporting my core position is the specialist ETF. To add another more targeted bet on that same technology trend, I have about 16% in the VanEck Semiconductor ETF with the ticker of SMGB. This satellite ETF focuses specifically on the companies building the hardware for the AI revolution, and that bet has paid off with a 10.95% gain. Now for the unsung heroes. This is my defensive satellite ETF making up about 4.4%, which is iShares Physical Gold with a ticker of SGLN. In an environment of uncertainty, gold often does well. While everyone was watching tech, this boring asset acted as a powerful diversifier, delivering an incredible 32.94% return. And finally, the reality check. As I mentioned, not every satellite succeeds at the same time. My final holding, about 9% of the portfolio, is the iShares S&P 500 Healthcare ETF with the ticker of IHCU. This position is currently down about 9.9%, but that's a critical part of this strategy. I hold this for long-term diversification, knowing that the core provides stability while I wait for this sector cycle to turn around. Now, what did I actually do to get these results? And what is the plan from here? Well, you might have noticed on my dashboard that my auto invest feature is currently switched off. I have completed my 20,000 ISA allowance for this year, so I can't add any more money in this ISA account. With the market running so hot, I have paused the automatic buys to have more of my manual control. It lets me decide exactly when to deploy my cash, like this £479 I have waiting, perhaps on a market dip. Looking ahead, my core strategy isn't changing, but my main focus now is rebalancing. Because the semiconductor and healthcare ETF have drifted away from their target weightage, the plan is to trim them slightly and reallocate that money back into my core developed market dividend and physical gold ETF holdings to bring everything back to my original strategy. So, what are the two main lessons I'm taking away from all of this? The first one is true diversification finds growth everywhere. While my Nasdaq holding brought the explosive power, it was my safe gold and dividend ETF that provided a completely different source of growth with decent return and less volatility. It's the perfect proof that a truly balanced portfolio can win in multiple ways at once. Second lesson is that a real portfolio has red days and green days. And that's okay. It's easy to look at the big final number, but my healthcare ETF holding is down almost 10%. Panicking and selling that would be a mistake. Long term success comes from understanding the role of every investment, even when it's underperforming, and trusting your process. Real wealth isn't built by chasing what's hot today. It's built by positioning what's coming next, even when it looks boring or broken right now. The hardest part of investing isn't picking winners, it's having the discipline to stick with your strategy when parts of it aren't working. So, there you have it, my £63,000 ISA portfolio breakdown. The obvious winners, the surprise heroes, and the reality checks. But remember, this isn't about copying my exact portfolio. It's about understanding the principles, diversification, discipline, and thinking beyond the obvious. Hit that like button if this changed how you think about portfolio building. If you want to know how I'm building this portfolio, what are the investment theses that I'm studying at the moment, then please join my private investment NRI community, link in the description box below. There, I share everything transparently, the wins, the losses, and the lessons. This is Dr. Suman helping you build your wealth one step at a time. See you in the next video.